I had called all of the airlines to see if there was any way I could get back to Pittsburgh by trains, planes, automobiles, any single way. But because it was a weekend, there are less flights, and there was no way I could get back there in time, which is why I called Bill. So Bill started to give me phone numbers of private jets I could call to get back to Pittsburgh in time. So I called them and hung up with Bill, and as I was calling them, he checked to see if he could have his plane come down and pick me up and take me back, but the timing was not going to work. So I called him back and I said, Bill, nobody has any planes to work within that time frame. He goes, I'm going to give you 3 more numbers. Try these. He goes, tell him you have a friend in Houston, but you don't want to wake him up, which meant Bill had a friend in Houston and he didn't want to wake him up. So I called the last 3 numbers, and the last number I called, they had a plane. But it was going to cost me $25,000 for that jet to go from Dallas to Pittsburgh. So I called Bill back and I said, I explained the situation to Bill and I said, but Bill, I'm not going to do it. And he goes, why not? And I said, well, Bill, it's $25,000 and there's still a chance that the pancreas may not be a perfect fit for me. Even though initially it was what they called a Cadillac pancreas. It came from a 22-year-old young man who died in a motorcycle accident, unfortunately. But Bill said to me, Don, let me tell you something. There's one thing your money can never buy, and that's your health. And Bill's a relatively large guy and probably not in the best of health and a billionaire. So I took what he said very seriously. As I thought about it, I thought, okay, well, I will do that. But the other problem I had was I really had a large credit limit on my credit card. But I was traveling around the country introducing this other gentleman to different clients of ours, and I didn't have that extra $25,000 on my credit card. So I called Bill back and I said, Bill, I can't do it because I don't have enough room on my credit card. Bill very, very graciously put it on his and gave me a kind of a short-term loan until I got back and paid off my credit card. So anyway, I called to make sure everybody knew why I was going there. Everything seemed to be set up perfectly. So when the guys got there, they got there late, and I talked to them en route in the flight and told them we need to make up some time. And they said, well, we can't. I said, well, can we change our destination instead of to Pittsburgh International Airport to a small airport that was closer to the hospital? And they said, yes, we can do that. So as we were landing, we didn't even land yet. My phone started ringing. It was the hospital. And they said, Mr. Woodring, where are you? I said, well, is the pancreas a good fit? And they said, it's a perfect fit. And they said, where are you? And I told them I'm landing right now near the airport. And they said, okay, you've got 15 minutes to get here.